Hello everyone, this is P. Padmavishetadev dealing computer network subjects for third year BTech students, Computer Science Department. First of all, what is computer network? A computer network or data network is a telecommunication network which allows computers to exchange the data. Coming to the introduction. We'll use the term computer networks to mean collection of autonomous computers interconnected by a single technology. Two or more computers are said to be interconnected if they exchange the data. The exchange of data can be through a guided or unguided medium. For example, we can exchange the data through a copper wire, fiber optics, microwaves, or through communication satellites. All these comes under guided media or unguided media. And here there are so many uses of computer networks. Like we are using computer networks in business applications, home applications, and mobile user applications. Coming to business applications, here we are using the networks are being used in most of the business processes. Means here the two clients are connected to a server with the help of a network. We use client server model in business applications. The client server model involves request and replies. Suppose if we consider this diagram, we have client machine as well as server machine. Here the client machine sends the request to the server machine, and server machine takes the request and performs the works and send back the work to the client machine as a reply. Okay, and coming to home network applications, access to remote information, persons to person communication, interactive entertainment, and electronic commerce, nothing but an e-commerce. Means we are going to access the network through online by sitting at home itself. Okay, here in home network applications we have some forms of e-commerce. Means we are going to sit at home and we are going to do business as well as government. We have some tags like B2C, B2B, G2C, C2C, and P2P, business to consumer, business to business. Here business to consumer means, suppose if you want to purchase a book or grocery, we will be ordering through a particular some e-commerce websites like Flipkart or Amazon or anything. B2B means, suppose a car manufacturer wants to order for a tires or glass, anything to the supplier. This is B2B. Consumer to consumer. The best example for consumer to consumer is OLX. Thus, consumer can sell and buy products, and he can communicate directly to the consumer. Okay, government to consumer. It's nothing but paying all types of taxes to the government through online. And P2P, it is nothing but a file sharing. Suppose if you want to share the file between individuals, that is nothing but P2P, peer-to-peer. Coming to mobile network users, combination of wireless networks and mobile communication is nothing but mobile network usage. With the help of wireless networks, one can access internet, read and send emails. Wireless networks are used in GIS, Geographical Information Systems, militaries, banking, airports, as well as for getting weather reports also. Here we have network hardwares like broadcast network and point-to-point networks. What is broadcast networks? Broadcast networks have single communication channel that is shared by all machines. But when it comes to point-to-point, the communication is done through an individual machines like client and server. And network hardwares, we have three types of network hardwares like LAN, WAN, and MAN. LAN is local area network which has 10 meters to 1 kilometer range. MAN, metropolitan area networks, range from 10 kilometers. wide area networks, 100 kilometers to 1000 kilometers. And LANs are supported with different types of topologies like bus and ring. For example, LAN is nothing but a pre-owned networks within a single building. And MAN, we like metropolitan area network within the city or within some particular range, some particular distance. WAN, the hosts are owned by the customers. Example, people's personal computers. Subnet, typically owned and opened by a telephone company or internet service providers. The subnet consists of two distinct components. Here, if we observe the diagram, here the subnet, we have subnet. All the routers are inside the subnets. Here, routers are nothing but the switching elements. Here, the switching elements are used to send the packets from sender host to the receiving host. Here, if we observe, the router C makes a choice to forward the packets to E but not D. This is WAN and internet. And coming to reference models, OSI reference model. The OSI reference model developed by International Standard Organization. OSI means Open System Interconnection. OSI model is 7-layered standard, and ISO proposed this model in 1983 and revised in 1995. This model deals with connecting open system, so it is called ISO OSI. Okay, and the second model is nothing but TCP/IP reference model developed by ARPANET. This is used to construct the internet today. Coming to the OSI model, if we observe the diagram, here we have physical data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer and application layer. These are 7 different layers we have in OSI model. Okay, but if we observe, only 3 layers are connected to a physical medium. Only these 3 for exchanging of data. Here, host A, or we can simply say node A and node B. Coming to the physical layer. The physical layer, it is the one of the first layer of OSI model, and we can say upper layer. The physical layer is concerned with transmitting raw bits over a communication channel. It deals with mechanical, electrical and functional attributes. The mechanical attributes describes the connectors and wires, whereas electrical attributes describes the volts. So, how many volts we are going to use. And the functional attributes describe the function to be performed by physical interface. Next comes the second layer, that is data link layer. The data link layer is responsible for transfer of data. It groups and zeros and ones into frames. Here in physical layer, we are going to give raw data. Here, when coming to the data link layer, the raw data is converted to frames. It divides the streams of bits received from physical layer into manageable data units called frames. DLL detects and corrects the transmission errors using error correction, error detection and flow control and error control mechanisms. Next comes the network layer. It is responsible for delivery of individual packets from host to destination across multiple networks. Here all the frames are converted to packets. The layer adds header to the packets coming from upper layer, that is from data link layers, includes logical address of sender and receiver. Congestion control and QoS, quality of service, are done under network layer. The transport layer. The transport layer is responsible for reliable end-to-end data transfer. Hence, optimum utilization of network resources. The transport layer performs the service of sending and receiving segments of data to session layer. It also provides flow control, sequence numbering and message acknowledgement. Next comes session layer. The session layer acts mechanism to establish, maintain and synchronize and manage communication between network entities. Next, presentation layer. This layer is responsible for data compression, data expansion, data encryption and data decryption. What is data encryption? If we suppose we need to encrypt the data, and in militaries we will be using encrypted data. Data encryption is nothing but sending the encrypted data, means the conversion plain text to cipher text. And next comes the seventh layer, that is application layer. The application layer contains a variety of protocols that are commonly needed by users. The protocols are like HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, FTP, File Transfer Protocol, and NVT, Network Virtual Terminal, FTAM, File Transfer and Management Protocol. Supports each other. And it supports some of the end user functions like login, PWD, password and file transfer. So if we know that, if we coming to the key task, transmission, signal generalization and synchronization comes under physical layer. Error detection and correction comes under data link layer. Addressing and routing for network layer. End-to-end recovery for transport layer. And security for application layer. And coming to multiple choice questions, best node network is internet. Topologies used in LAN or bus and ring. There are three categories of networks. OSI is a 7-layered architecture. And dash layer supports end user functions. End user functions are nothing but your login and password. That is your application layer. Thank you.